I am super excited to be here. And today I have a special guest. I'm not going to introduce him yet, but today I have a special guest with me. If you are here, say hello. Let me know that you are here. If you are catching the replay, hashtag replay, and still let me know that you are here. So this is what happened, how we got here. If we haven't met already, I'm Sue, that is the home care agency startup and growth expert. We help you start, scale, and grow your home care agency. So how do we get here today? Yesterday, I did this post in the group and say, yeah, would you guys like for me to bring my storytelling coach where you can share some tips with you on how you can use your story to get more clients for your home care agency? And over 80 of you guys say, yes, 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 I want them, bring them. And so I made your dream come true. And today we are here and I have this amazing person here with me. And I'll let him introduce himself real quick. Andy, he is my storytelling coach. Like if you hear me over here telling stories, sharing things online, it's because I learned all of this from him. And I want to make sure if you're in my community, I want to give you access to people that I have access to. So your agency can get to the next level. So Andy, introduce yourself real quick. Let's go. Let's do this.
Hey, what's going on, family? Listen, I am so excited. And who would have thought it would have worked out just perfectly? We are actually in Atlanta, Georgia at a same event together. And we were like, you know what? We got to come in and take care of the boss community, right? Because y'all home care bosses, you hear me? So here's the thing. If you either have a growing and scaling home care agency, or you are just starting off, or you're somebody who you're already having a whole lot of success, but you're just trying to get things to the next level, I can assure you that this time that you're going to spend with us is absolutely worth your time. So if you're wondering real quickly if this is going to be worth your time, I promise you that during our time together, I'm going to share some real quick tips that you can use, that you can leverage in your home care agency business so that you can immediately be able to turn your story into a client attraction machine. First of all, do me a favor right now. If you're okay with getting more clients and if you're okay with making more money, do me a favor right now. Drop it in the chat. Put yes, 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 yes. I just want to make sure, Sue. I want to make sure.
We have to make sure we have the right people. Because let me tell you, we're not going to be dropping this information on the wrong people. It's people who's ready to take it to the next level. You're ready to make more money in your agency. If that's you, put yes, yes, yes in the chat. And do let us know, because we're not dropping this information. It's not things you get normally access for free. Okay, I'm only bringing Indy here for free because I have a relationship with him. So I want to make sure we got the right people in the crowd. So if you're ready, hey, you ready to make more money with your agency? Put yes, yes in the chat. And let us know.
Yes. So here's the thing. Let me introduce myself real quickly. So for those of you that are meeting me for the first time, my name is Andy Enriquez. I'm a business storytelling coach, as well as the founder of the Master Storyteller Academy. I specifically work with entrepreneurs, speakers, and coaches, and I help them to be able to leverage their personal stories so that they can attract more of their ideal customer and client. So here's the cool thing. You are a home care agency owner or a future home care agency owner. And here's what I want you to realize. The thing that you're doing right now, you are not the only one. I want you to realize that, right? No matter where you are in the country, no matter what state you're in, chances are you're not the only person with a home care agency. Can we face that? Those are the facts. Yes. So here's what my question is for you. When you do have an opportunity to be able to sit with a family member, when you do have an opportunity to go ahead and speak to a potential prospect, when you do have an opportunity to talk about your home care agency, what are you saying that makes you different from all of the other home care agencies out there? Now, here's the thing. Please don't tell me that you are simply telling people that we are going to take very good care of your family members. Like, Sue, I'm just assuming y'all supposed to do that. Y'all supposed to take good care of people.
I know that's what we're supposed to do. I know we go to some places. We're like, oh, we're gonna provide quality care for your mom.
So let's list them off. We're gonna provide quality care. Listen, if somebody is paying you and you've got a home care agency, you should be providing quality care. What else?
They're like, oh, we have the best caregivers. They're going to show up on time. They're going to be there, right?
Right. The other thing is, right, hopefully you do have great caregivers and they're going to be there on time, right? People expect that when they're paying for a service. I know you got to deal with the stress and the pain of people not showing up. That's a whole nother session. We'll talk about that another time, right? People not showing up and doing what they're supposed to do. But I want you to start thinking about what are the things that you are saying to people, and then where are you referring them to? Some of y'all are telling people, oh, go check out our website, right? And then they go on your website. And once again, you're reiterating what? We're going to take good care of you. Integrity is part of our thing. Our caretakers are going to treat your loved ones just like they would treat their own family members and so forth. But I want you to understand, for the average person who's listening, it sounds just like what everybody else is saying. You get that? It sounds exactly what everybody else is saying. So we got to start trying to figure out then, what is it that you and I are able to do that's going to separate us from the other home care agency owners out there? So I want to share some stuff with you, but I want to make sure you understand this is the same content. This is the same information that I've shared with companies like Bacardi, Office Depot, Pratt & Whitney, NASA, Google. Google had me speak on 3 separate continents. So I do want to make sure you understand that there's a privilege for you being in this community, right? Sue was like, Andy, listen, you got to come in and talk to my people. I was like, but Sue, you know I'm going to be at a conference. She's like, look, I'm going to be at a conference too, right? We'll just find a way. We'll get together so we can add value. But I care that much about my people, and we got to make sure that we create value for them. So here we are right now. So I want to share something with you because it's really, really important and super critical that you understand this, because I find that this is one of the biggest mistakes that we make. And that is when it is time for us to actually offer our services to people, we get caught up with trying to describe the services themselves as opposed to taking the time to share and tell a story. So let me share something with you guys real quickly. So my mom is 81 years old. She has suffered for the past 5 years from chronic sciatica pain. I mean, the pain has been horrendous. We as a family have tried everything. We were sending her to acupuncture. She was going to go see the chiropractor. She was doing laser therapy. She was doing everything you name, any kind of pain management system. We attempted it all. And unfortunately, it just nothing was working out. Then the pain got so bad. It got so bad that my mom was at home and they ended up having to call the emergency room. When they called the emergency 911, they got her, took her in the ambulance. And when the doctor actually looked at the MRI, here's what he said. He said, I got to talk to you. He said, I want you to realize something. You got only 1 or 2 options. You either do nothing, and there is so much compression on your lower spine. You have something called spinal stenosis. It is so bad, it will literally become debilitating. Or at 81 years old, and this was a tough decision for us to make, at 81 years old, you're going to have surgery if you want to have any type of quality of life for the remaining years that you have. So for us as a family, we were in a really difficult situation trying to figure out, like, do we leave my mom in this pain that she's been in, or should we have her have surgery? And guess what? We finally decided for her to have surgery. And by the grace of God, the surgery went well. But let me tell you something. After the surgery, she went to a rehab hospital, and she was in the rehab hospital. So first she had a surgery. The surgery was 5 hours. She was at the hospital for about 3 weeks. Then she left from there and she went to a rehab hospital for another 2 weeks. And guess now that it's time for discharge, guess what the service that we needed when it was time for discharge? You know what we needed? We needed to hire a home care agency to help us to continue to give my mom support. And I was blown away when it was time for us to make that decision. And we had the opportunity to talk to all these different home care agencies, that every single one of them was saying the exact same thing. And that thing is that we're going to take good care of your mom. We're going to do all those things. And the reality of it is that did nothing for me and the family to make us say, you know what, this is the home care agency. So guess what ended up happening? While we were interviewing all these home care agencies, my aunt was listening in to these conversations. And then my aunt walked over. My aunt has been a CNA and has been helping people at home for a long time. And my aunt sat me down and she told me a compelling story. And here's what my aunt said. My aunt said, listen, I know you're looking at all these agencies, but I got to tell you something. You know, your mom has been my sister all my life. And she said that, you know, I have gone into people's homes and taken care of complete strangers and have basically strained to help them in out of bed and take care of complete strangers. But she said nothing would bring me greater joy than to know that I'm taking care of my own sister. And so because of the fact that she hit us with this story, me and my brother, we looked at each other and we were like, well, dang, when she puts it like that, and guess what ended up happening? All the home care agencies lost the business to who? To my aunt. Now, I share that with you because I want you to understand this. Any one of those home care agency owners, when I was speaking to them, they could have, number one, told me the story about why they got into the business, because many home care agency owners have something, there's something that made them get into the business. Some of them were nurses previously. Some of them had a family member that needed help, and they started off trying to help that family member. Some of them had somebody who needed help and they couldn't find any good quality help, so they decided to actually start. So there's all these different reasons why you got into the business. And here's what my question is for you. Are you ever telling that story? Like, when's the last time that you were meeting with a prospect that you took the time to actually share the story about why you decided to start your own home care agency? When's the last time that you were actually employing somebody to come into your agency so that you can get them to lock into the fact that they're a part of something bigger? And when's the last time you were actually taking the time to share the story? And I want you to be honest with yourself right now. I want you to tell me right now in the chat, have you been telling the story? Have you been taking the time to tell the story to your prospects? Have you been telling the story to your staff, to your employees? Do you even have a story that you're telling? Be honest with me right now. Say yes. If you have not been telling a story, you don't even have a story, do me a favor right now. Put no, drop it in the chat. I want to see it right now. Drop it in the chat. Put yes or no in the chat. Put yes or no in the chat. Put yes or no in the chat. Do me that favor right now. I see it. We see you guys right now.
Tiffany say yes.
Yes.
What I say no,
Rhonda said no, right? I see you guys dropping it in the chat, right? And so we're going to call it for what it is. Maria said yes, right? So the reality of it is, here we go. Keep going. No, right? Now, here's the reality. The reason why I bring this up is because of the fact that we forget something that's really important. If you're a note taker, I want you to write this down. And I want you to drop this down in the chat. You need to connect before you
Somebody
sell.
came to the conference. Guess what they say?
Just landed 2 clients from telling a story. Alea, that's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about.
She came to the conference.
And she came to, yes, I see it. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. So listen, so here's the thing. I want you to write this down. Write this down. You got to connect before you sell. And so a lot of times we get so caught up with trying to make sure that we can get this person as a client for our agency. We get so caught up with trying to influence the decision maker or the family members to hire us, but then we forget the fact that the person making a decision is a human being that wants to have an emotional connection, not just to their family member that we're taking care of, but also to the caregiver, to the agency that they're going to hire. And one of the fastest ways for you to be able to create that connection is by leveraging and sharing and telling your story. And so I'm going to give you a couple of real quick tips where you can go ahead and be looking to be able to find your story. So I'm going to give you a couple quick tips. But right before I do that, I do want to share this with you guys. So here's the thing. I'm going to drop some gems for you, but I want to make sure that you guys are aware I'm doing something really, really special next week. And I would love for you to join me. It is absolutely free. I am doing something known as my Unleash Your Story Challenge. This is a 3-day challenge. And during the 3-day challenge, I'm going to take you through a systematic process to, number one, help you to, first of all, be able to discover what the story that you should be telling in your home care agency. The second thing is I'm going to show you how to position that story so that that story can help you to be able to attract more of your ideal customer and clients. And then I'm going to show you how to be able to turn that story into a money-making machine, how to be able to turn that story into a client attraction machine. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to do this like right now. Don't waste any time. We're going to drop the link, and I want you to go ahead and secure your spot to join me next week for the Unleash Your Story Challenge, where number one, over the course of 3 days, and don't worry, we're only going to be meeting for a quick hour each day. During the first day, I'm going to help you to identify the right story that you need to share in your home care agency. Number two, I'm going to show you how to position that story. Listen carefully, how to position that story to set you apart from the other home care agency owners. And then in addition to that, I'm going to show you how to turn your story into a money-making machine, because it is going to turn into a client attraction machine. Now, here's the other thing. I do have to say this. I say this, right? The challenge itself is free. The challenge itself is free. But because of the fact that you are part of this community, I already know that I need to tell you about something. For those of you that are part of this community, we have the VIP level. Now, I'm going to share that with you real quick. Here's a couple of cool things for you as a VIP. And oh, by the way, so you already know, the VIP is only $97. So if you thought I was going to say something crazy or whatever like that, the VIP, the challenge itself is free, but the VIP is $97. But let me tell you why you want to be part of the VIP before I go ahead and drop the rest of these gems. Number one, the reason why you want to be part of VIP is because each day of the challenge, the people who are part of the VIP, once I wrap up with everybody who is joining me free on Facebook inside of our private Facebook group, I'm going to be spending an additional hour and a half with the people who are in VIP, answering your specific questions and adding additional value. One of the things that we hear from people all the time, especially if you were recently at the Blueprint to Millions conference, in the VIP, we start talking about the mindset of being able to make sure that you produce the results that you need to produce in your home care agency. In the VIP, I help you to not only be able to work on the message, but also work on the messenger. Because here's the thing that I know. It doesn't matter if I show you exactly how to be able to tell a powerful story to be able to grow your home care agency. If you are still struggling in believing in yourself, then you're not going to produce the result. You follow what I'm saying? So in the VIP, I help you to be able to just sort of think about things a little differently, reprogram your mindset so that you can start producing higher results and making more money in your home care agency. Like, it was crazy. If you weren't at Blueprint to Millions, all I got to say is you want to make sure that you're there at the next conference, because community was formed, mindset was changed. And one of the things that I believe is that your business will never, ever outgrow you. I'm going to say that again. Your business, your agency, your employees will never outgrow you. John C. Maxwell, in one of his books, is called The Law of the Lid. And the name of the book is 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And one of the first laws that he starts off with is something called the Law of the Lid. And here's what the Law of the Lid says. It says, it doesn't matter if you get the blueprint from Sue and Enoch. It doesn't matter if I tell you exactly how to be able to leverage your story to get more customers and more clients. Here's the thing. If you don't fully believe in the messenger, if you don't understand that you are the lid, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, if you're not willing to raise the bar, then chances are your agency will never outgrow you. And so here's the thing I know about all of you who are part of this community. All of you who are part of this community, I already know you're people who are committed to getting to your next level. So when you join me next week for the Unleash Your Story Challenge, go ahead and join me at the VIP level, because in the VIP, we're going to be having some mindset conversations. In the VIP, I'm going to be breaking down frameworks with all the different stories that you need to be able to tap into, that you need to leverage so that you can, in fact, be able to grow and scale your home care agency. Also, as a VIP, you are going to unlock a bonus day 4 masterclass in the challenge. During the bonus day 4 masterclass, you're going to get an opportunity to apply to be part of a hot seat. Let me tell you how the hot seat works. My clients normally pay over $15,000 to be able to be put on a hot seat with me. And here's how the hot seat works. Once you enroll into the VIP, only $97, by the way, you're going to fill out an application. I'm going to ask you, what is your story in the application? You're going to submit it. And if you get selected for the hot seat, I'm going to pull you up, pull out your story real time, and then redo your story real time in front of everybody, break down for you exactly what I did and show you how that's going to help you to be able to grow your agency. And by the way, if you're not selected for a hot seat, you want to be there anyway for the masterclass, because every time I do this, I break down the process on exactly what I did in the process of helping somebody to be able to redo their story. Also, as a VIP, you are also going to get 1 year access to the replay of the entire challenge. That means all the frameworks that I'm breaking down, all 3 days, including, yes, including, I know that sounds crazy, Sue. They get 1 year access, all 3 days, and including the bonus day 4 masterclass. And then here's the last thing. As a VIP, you are also going to get my ultimate story structure blueprint template. So here's one of the things that people say all the time. I think I know what my story is now, Andy, but how do I structure my story? So there's a structure that I take people through. By the way, this is the same structure that I use in one of my stories. When we're done here, if you put in my name, Andy Enriquez, Goldcast in Facebook, you're going to see a video that has 5.9 million views. It's a video where I share a story about my mom. And I'm going to share with you the exact template that I used to be able to share a story that ended up going viral that has 5.9 million views. If you'd like to get access to that, do me a favor right now. Drop a yes down in the chat. Let me know. Drop a yes in the chat. Put a yes in the chat. Sue looking at me crazy.
I feel cheated now. Okay, I feel cheated, y'all. I feel cheated. He said he's gonna give y'all 1 year access to the replay. Y'all know how much money I paid to work with this man, and he said for 97, he's giving y'all. Y'all better get on this right now. Because like right now, I'm like, you didn't give me this, right? I'm like, I didn't get 1 year access to
y'all get me in trouble with Sue. Sue's like, wait a second, Andy. As I recalled, I paid you 5 figures and you up in this thing. First of all, you doing a free challenge, and then you letting people upgrade the VIP for only $97. You giving them access to a masterclass.
I need my replay back.
They also getting the Q&A sessions with you every single day. These aren't pre-recorded. These are live with you. And I know one mindset teaching from Andy Enriquez is going to straight up change your life, right? One gem that I drop is going to completely change the way that you're showing up in your home care agency business. And then in addition to that, wait a second, you giving people the replay and you giving them the template. Yes, Sue, don't get mad at me. I'm giving them all that.
I need my money back. I need access. I need something.
Sue's tripping up in here, right? So here's the thing. Here's what I want you to do. Make sure you go ahead and join me for the Unleash Your Story Challenge. The link, check the link. The team is dropping the link. And as soon as you go ahead and sign up, secure your spot right away. Don't waste any time. Secure your spot right away for the VIP, okay? Because you want to be in the VIP sessions. Matter of fact, once you secured your spot, once you VIP, go ahead and drop some so we could go ahead and give you a little quick shout out. We got to give you a little quick shout out.
And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Don't come to this thing alone. Invite your friends. Invite 5 people, okay? And once you register, text 5 people. Pull up your phone. Grab the link. Text 5 people in your phone and tell them to come. Let me see who was there at the conference. Because who was there at the conference? If you were there at the conference, with yes in the chat, because y'all know somebody say the link is not working. When I click on it, it goes there.
Let's see. The link works for us. You guys double check. Hey, somebody let us know if the link is working for you guys. You guys check it real quick. Get your VIP pass. I see it linked. Somebody said, hey, somebody do us a favor right now. Just check the link, verify that it's working. If the link worked for you, do us a favor, put yes. If the link, Dolores said yes. If the link worked for you, put yes in the chat. So that way we could just make sure that was just not working for one person and that it is working for the rest of you. The link is pinned. So just go ahead and drop yes. So here's the thing that I was breaking down at the conference. And I want to share this with you guys right now because here's the thing that I know. We are in the 4th quarter of this year. This is the 4th quarter. And this is normally that season right now that people really start relaxing. This is where the time of the year where people start having conversations about the things that they're going to start doing next year. And they start talking as if this year is over. But the last time I checked, this year wasn't over. We in October. Then we got November. We got December. Now, why is this important? The reason why this is important, because I want you to understand this. The 1st quarter of next year, your January, February, and March of next year is going to be based upon what you do to close out this year. I'm going to say that again. Your January, your February, your March of next year is going to be based upon what you do to close out October, November, December. And so we already know we're about to be coming up on Thanksgiving. People are going to be celebrating Christmas, New Year's. All of a sudden, people go missing. I don't want you to go missing in your home care agency business. This is the time when people start chilling out. This is the time that I want you to speed up. Let me tell you something. My wife came home one day and she said, baby, I would like to get one of these Peloton bikes. Now, I don't know if y'all heard of these Peloton bikes, but you know, there's these bikes. You've probably seen them at the mall, but they're a bike. It's a cycling bike that you could buy for your house. There's a screen on there. They got these different cycling coaches, the whole nine, right? And so we go out, we buy the Peloton bike, we bring the bike home. And originally I bought it for my wife, but I'm not going to lie to y'all. I got on the bike and I started to enjoy it. Sue, I started riding that bike. Kaz was like, I thought you bought this thing for me, right? So Sue, I'm riding this bike every day, right? Now, here's the thing. When you get on the Peloton bike, normally I would take a ride, about a 20-minute ride. So it starts off with a real quick warm up, and then there's a 20-minute ride. And then as you approach the end, there's what is called the 1-minute cool down. This is where everybody who is on the bike starts chilling out. So let me tell you what I do. When I get on that bike and I start riding that bike, and you can see the leaderboard, this is where you can see where you are in position to everybody else. So sometimes you might be in there and there's like 100 people who are on the bike, and you're looking and it tells you exactly where you are compared to everybody else who is riding at the same time as you. But let me tell you what I notice every single time. As we get to the final 2 minutes of the ride, you know what happens? Everybody starts slowing down. Everybody starts to relax. And that is the moment when everybody else is relaxing. You know what I begin to do? I speed up on the bike. When everybody else is just relaxing, they're like, oh, only a minute left on the bike, only 2 minutes left on the bike. You know what I do? I start pedaling faster. I start pedaling harder. And here's what happens. Because everybody else is slowing down and I'm speeding up, in the last 2 minutes, I end up passing all these people because they're slowing down and I'm speeding up. Here's what I'm saying to you. You can start passing people going into next year. You can start passing people in your home care agency business if, while other people are beginning to slow down, you start speeding up. Somebody do me a favor right now and put speed up, speed up. Drop the word speed up in the chat. Put speed up in the chat, speed up in the chat. Here's what I want you to understand. When everybody else is slowing down on their marketing for their home care agency, I need you to start speeding it up. When everybody else is slowing down on making phone calls to generate leads, I need you to speed it up. When everybody else is making excuses for not investing in themselves, I need you to reach for your purse, to reach in for something, and I need you to start speeding up the process of learning. Why? Because if you can learn at a faster rate, if you can start speeding up taking action, if you could start speeding up in the things that you're doing, guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to start producing bigger and greater results. I want you to understand right now, this is the season of separation. Fourth quarter is the time for separation, because in the fourth quarter, only one of two things happens for people. Either they start slowing down or they get crazy and speed up. Let me tell you how it works in sales. Most major sales industries and people who are primarily all sales driven, here's what happens a lot of times. All year long, their sales are so-so. And then at the end of the year, especially if they've got a deadline and they got an urgency, their sales start to go up. What changes at the end of the year? You know what changes for most of those sales representatives? Urgency. Urgency, baby. They got a sense of urgency. They're trying to get it done. And what I'm saying to you is you need to have a sense of urgency as we close out this year. And part of that urgency is you being committed to your growth. It's the reason why you're part of Sue and Enoch's community. It is the reason why, for those of you that made a decision during the conference to join the mastermind, for those of you that made a decision to go ahead and be part of the program. What's the program that gets them ready for the mastermind?
Oh, turnkey
That for
startup
those of
program.
you that made a decision to become part of the turnkey startup program, right? The thing that I want you guys to realize is that we need to have urgency with getting the information and getting the knowledge that we need. So here's the thing I know this. You are one story away from your next customer and client. You are one story away from being able to grow and scale your home care agency business. You are one story away from producing bigger and greater results. Just imagine what would happen if you actually knew what to say and how to say it. Do you think that you would talk to more people about your home care agency? Do me a favor right now. Do me a favor right now. Drop yes, yes. If you knew what to say and how to say it, do you think you'd talk to more people about your home care agency? Do me a favor. Drop it in the chat. Put yes, 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 yes. Here's another question I have for you. If you had more confidence, would you talk to more people about your home care agency? If you had more confidence, would you possibly even seek out more marketing opportunities? Would you even perhaps even think about running additional marketing and ads for your agency? Like, think about it, right? Here's the other thing. If you actually had more confidence and knew what to say, do you think you'd start sponsoring events that maybe had baby boomers at the events that could potentially be your customers and clients? If you actually knew what to say and how to say it, do you think that you would show up to different places that had your ideal customer and client and talk to them about your home care agency? I want you to be thinking about this. Who are all the people who could be great referral partners for your home care agency business? And why haven't you gone out to talk to them? Chances are you're like, Andy, I'm not quite sure what to say. Well, what if you had a great story? What if you had enough confidence that now you could reach out to people that had rehabilitation facilities, that you could reach out to different places that you know that would be great referral sources, that you reached out to people that were physical PT that started off like at my mom's place. When my mom just recently, she had her operation at Westside Regional Hospital, and then she was released over to Woodmont Hospital, right, which is a rehab hospital. And then from there, you know what Woodmont did? They just gave us a sheet of paper, and on that sheet of paper was just a list of home care agencies. And so I want you to realize this. The only thing differentiating those people on that list was the name of their home care agency and the telephone number. And when we got down and we started calling those people on the phone, they was all saying the exact same thing. Okay, what was going on with your mom? What kind of care does your mom need? We're going to take good care of your mom. You know, we've got great people. We're going to treat your mom like they all said the exact same. Nothing separated them. And so I want you to realize, like, we got to create separation in the marketplace. You got to separate yourself from the competition. And the best way for you to separate yourself from the competition is to begin to share and tell your story. Here's what I know for sure. There's no way that you've been in this community for any extended period of time and you have not heard Sue's story. It's not possible, because Sue's always going to tell you some part of her story. She's going to tell you how she was a burnt out nurse. She's going to tell you about that time when she was there and things started getting really funny with her health. And she thought that the people were going to go ahead and look out for her. And pretty much it was business as usual. She's going to tell you that time that she was then inspired to go ahead and leave. She's going to tell you the time that she made a decision to start her own home care agency and how she had to figure the things out. And then after she figured out that there was other burnt out nurses and other people that were struggling in their home care agencies that needed the blueprint, that needed to get more customers, more clients, the mindset, the marketing, all those things. Right? She's going to share all those things. She's going to share the struggles with you and all those things. The stories is what ultimately allowed you to be able to build a connection. The story is part of the reason why you're part of this community. And guess what? Then there comes a point that Sue wasn't even the one telling you the story. Somebody else from Sue's community started telling you about Sue and Enoch. Somebody else from the community started saying, oh, let me tell you, it's a husband and wife. You know, they're believers. They're this, they're that, they're this. And then that story at least piqued your curiosity so that you'd want to connect. And so the question is, if it worked here, it's going to work for you too. So we need you telling and sharing your stories. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to join me next week November 1st through the 3rd. And for those of you that are going to be VIP, it's going to be November 1st through the 4th for the Unleash Your Story Challenge. We have dropped the link. First thing I want you to do is, number one, first of all, secure your spot for the challenge. But the most important thing, right after you secure your spot, make sure you upgrade to VIP, because I already know who I'm talking to. I know what community I'm in right now, okay? You want to be a VIP so that you can get access to all the VIP sessions, so you can get access to all the mindset shifting and training, and me helping you in understanding where these stories go into play into your home care agency, so that you can also get access to my ultimate story template. This is the same structure that I've used for my story that has 6 million views right now on Goalcast. Put Andy Enriquez Goalcast in Facebook. The video has 5.9 million views. I'm giving you the exact same template, the same blueprint, all right? I want you to get that. And in addition to that, you will participate in the masterclass. You're going to have an opportunity to be part of the hot seat, where I'm going to be pulling people up, remixing their story real time, right? And of course, you know you got to represent for Sue's community, because y'all got to be in the building. And then, as Sue said, once you go ahead and join us for the challenge, make sure you share it with 5 additional people. Don't commit what we call the sin of the desert. Y'all know what the sin of the desert is? Let me tell you what the sin of the desert is. Here's what the sin of the desert. Sin of the desert is this. You're out in the desert. It's hot. You're thirsty. You've been trying to find something to quench your thirst. And just when you are thinking about giving up because the sun is so hot, you come across a well of water. You find this reservoir, and it is more water, more than enough for you and more than enough for everybody else. And now that you found the water, there's all these other people who are thirsty, all these other people who need help with their home care agency, who need help in their business, who need help with getting themselves to the next level. And you have found a reservoir, you have found a resource, and you're not sharing it with them. So here's what a couple things I'll tell you. Number one, if you're a home care agency owner and you know other home care agency owners and you haven't told them about this community, shame on you. Shame on you. You're committing the sin of the desert. You can't find a resource and not share it. And here's the thing, don't ever get caught up with thinking if you share a resource, somehow that means it's going to be less for you, right? We call that having a scarcity mindset. We don't have a scarcity mindset. Understand this, that God doesn't operate from a place of scarcity, right? He can do exceedingly and abundantly over all that you can ask or think. You and I cannot possibly deplete all the resources that are available. And I assure you, you would not deplete what Sue and Enoch have in store for you. So make sure you let other people know about this, right? About this community. Bring them in, especially the home care agency owners or aspiring home care agency owners. Now, here's the other place you can't commit to sin of the desert. You can't commit to sin of the desert and just show up to the Unleash Your Story Challenge by yourself. Like, go ahead and tell these people, like, listen, I just got off this session. Hey, I'm going to be participating in this challenge. It's all about helping you to be able to discover what your story is, to position it so that you can attract more of your ideal customer and client and use your story as a client attraction machine, a money-making machine. And by the way, it's free. But if you're smart, you're going to go ahead and up level and upgrade to VIP, because VIP is only $97. You're going to participate in all the bonus VIP sessions, the bonus masterclass. You're going to get access to the replays. You're going to get the template, all of that and more, right? So you want to make sure you tell your friend all of that. And most importantly, when you join us, I need y'all to be shouting out this community. Like, so when you up in the VIP with me and we're doing the Q&A and I'm asking you questions, I need you to be like, hey, what's up? I'm part of Sue and Enoch's community, right? I'm a home care boss up in this piece, right? Or if you were with me at the Blueprint to Millions, you'd be like, yo, I was there at Blueprint to Millions. I leveled up. I joined the mastermind, right? The whole nine. Like, if you were there, I need you to let me know, right? Let me know that you're part of the community, because this means you're part of the La Familia, right? So here's the thing. I want to know for you right now, in addition to, number one, making sure that you stay plugged into this community. Number two, making sure that you join me next week for the Unleash Your Story Challenge. Here's what I want to know from you. I want to know, what are you committing to doing in order to close out this year strong? what are you going to do? Are you going to make sure that maybe perhaps you start some additional marketing that you haven't been doing in your business? Are you going to go ahead and ask Enoch to break down the numbers for you again so that you can have a better understanding of the numbers in your business? Are you going to commit to making a certain amount of phone calls per day? Are you going to hire some additional people and stop getting caught up with thinking? Are you going to go ahead and start trusting your team again in spite of somebody who didn't do what they were supposed to do, right? Are you even maybe going to commit to, guess what? Forgiving somebody that maybe you've been holding on to a grudge and something and it's keeping you from performing your business. Like, what's the thing that you're going to do, right, to set you free so that we can close out this year strong, right? So I know you're going to close out this year strong by, first of all, joining me for the Unleash Your Story Challenge next week, right? For the Unleash Your Story Challenge, right? The links below, upgrading the VIP. And then I always got to say this, because one thing I know about Sue's community, there's always going to be one or two of y'all that's like, yo, Andy, I know my coach had an opportunity to work with you, and my coach attended your Master Storyteller Academy, and the word on the streets is you only got one more Master Storyteller Academy that's happening before the year ends. And by the way, some of y'all saying, what's the Master Storyteller Academy? The Master Storyteller Academy is when people get an opportunity to work with me and my team over 3 days, and we help them to be able to craft their story. I'm not going to get into a lot of details, but if you happen to be that person and you're like, Andy, I would love to join the training in December, right? The challenge you're joining me for, that's free. You're going to upgrade to VIP $97. But if you're like, you know what? I would love to go ahead and attend the same training that Sue and Enoch attended, the same training where Sue went ahead and crafted her story and Enoch crafted his story, right? If you want to attend that same training, it is taking place on December. I want you to mark down the date, December 8th through the 10th. If that's you, the only thing I want you to do, just put skip the line. Skip the line and we'll find a way to get in contact with you. If you put skip the line, me or someone on my team will have a conversation with you directly, because this is not for everybody, right? The challenge is for everybody. VIP is for everybody. But the December, that's for the people who say, Andy, I want to work with you. I want to work with your team. I want y'all to help me just like you helped Sue to be able to put her story together, help Enoch to put his story together. I want to attend the same training they attended, right? December 8th through the 10th. All you're going to do is put skip the line, and we'll go ahead and just have a conversation with you, see if you're a good fit, and then you'd be more than welcome to join us for the Master Storyteller Academy, okay? That's taking place in December. Yes.
We'll register for the free challenge. Let me know in the chat. I see Elsie say VIP it is. Congrats.
VIP.
Congrats, Elsie.
Matter of fact, let me see.
Congrats, Elsie. Congrats. If you register, let us know. Put registered in the chat I can give you a shout out and celebrate this moment, because I love when you guys taking action steps to move yourself to the next level.
So Elsie, I see you. The team sends me notifications. So Elsie, I see Shirley, congratulations. Elsie, congratulations on not only joining us for the challenge, but also joining us at the VIP level. So my team sends these little zap notifications. We'll keep making sure that we shout you out. Right, Gloria. Okay. All right, Gloria Baker.
Who else doing VIP?
All right. Where the VIPs at? VIP. Where the VIP? You know what I'm gonna do? My team's sending a zap, but I'm gonna try to go directly to the source so I could go ahead and be calling y'all out right now. Oh, Gloria. You know what, Gloria? You was in there right away. What about Felicita? Felicita. All right, Felicita, right? Congratulations for joining us at the VIP level. Gloria Baker, congratulations for joining us at the VIP level. Elsie Isadora, congratulations for joining us at the VIP level. Shirley, congratulations for joining us at the VIP level, right? So listen, we're excited. We see y'all. Sue was like, hey, listen, my community, I'm gonna tell you right now, Andy, hey, by the way, I came to Blueprint the Millions. So I already know y'all VIP. I mean, when I walked up in there and I saw the amount of love that was put into that conference, right? I saw the swag that was given out at that conference, right? And I just the amount of care and detail that was taken. Like, I already know this is a VIP community, so we gonna be like doing this. Listen, next week it's gonna be off the charts in VIP, and I want you to know, in the VIP, it's no holds bar. Any question that you have, anything, especially for those of you that were at Blueprint to Millions, you know that one of the things that not only do I help you work on your message, but I am all about helping you to work on the messenger. You are the messenger, and it is all about empowering you as the messenger to really be able to take your home care agency to the next level. So once again, make sure when you're coming next week to the Unleash Your Story Challenge, you don't come alone. So use the link, make sure you secure your spot. And then in addition to that, when you secure your spot, come on, y'all already know y'all at this level. Be a VIP. It's only $97, over $1,000 of additional value. VIP sessions, you're with me every single day for the VIP only sessions, right? This is where I start breaking down different frameworks, different mindset frameworks, different stories that you need within your business to be able to grow and scale your business. In addition to that, I'm giving you my ultimate story structure template, right, that you're going to get access to. This is the same structure and the same template that I use to be able to build out and craft my story, listen carefully, that has 5.9 million views, that ended up with a standing ovation in front of 5,000 people. When you see that video, I delivered it in front of 5,000 people, and it ended with a standing ovation. I want you guys to understand that. I'm giving you the same blueprint. In addition to that, you're getting access to the replays, and you're unlocking a day 4 masterclass that is only for the VIP. So the day 4 masterclass is VIP only. Nobody else gets access to that. It is only the VIP. Congratulations, Veronica Love. Veronica Love. Congratulations, Veronica. Veronica is a VIP. We see you. So congratulations, Veronica, Shirley, Elsie, Gloria. Congratulations, Felicita. Congratulations to all of you for not only joining us, but also for being...
Nicola says she's trying to upgrade. Were you able to do it, or do you need help? If you need help, Nicola, let us know so we can get somebody to help you. But Andy, I know there's somebody in here. They're like, I don't need this story stuff. I know how to tell a story.
All right, here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the thing. Hey, pull your toes back for a second. I don't want to step on your toes. I'm gonna do it with love, right? So here's the thing for many of us. What we don't realize.
Actually, that was me.
Yeah. It was Sue. We go call Sue out. Sue came to my Master Storyteller Academy talking about she was signing up to bring her husband, Enoch. So she's like, you know what? She was standing by Enoch. She's like, yeah, I think this is really for Enoch, And Enoch looking at Sue like, no, you coming to this training with me, right? Lo and behold, she didn't realize it was for both of them. But here's what I want you guys to realize. The majority of us, when we think about sharing and telling stories, the way that we have shared and told stories, it is the way that we tell our stories to our friends and our family members. And I want you to think about this. Your friends, your family members, they love you. So a lot of times when you are sharing and telling stories with them, I want you to think about this. Think about that cousin, that family member that calls you up. And when they call you on the phone, they're like, hello? Yeah, and then let me tell you something. I went to the mall today, and while I was at the mall, oh my gosh, but did I tell you, you know who called me while I was at the mall? And then while I was at the mall, this is something else that happened. And they just go on and on and on. Now, meanwhile, they talking. You washing dishes in the background. You doing laundry in the background. You taking care of the kids in the background. You watching a movie on Netflix in the background. And you're like, I'm listening. I'm listening. Now, here's the thing I want you to realize. You do that because you love that friend or that family member. But here's what I want you to realize. Let a telemarketer call you, okay? Let a telemarketer call you on the phone. You don't even give that telemarketer 1 minute on the phone before you start going off on that telemarketer, asking them where they got your telephone number at. Here's what I want you to understand. Your friends, your family members, they have conditioned you to be horrible storytellers. Because most of us, when we are telling stories, we're not even telling a story. We are just literally telling a sequence of events. This happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. Listen, your ideal customer and client, They are not trying to sit down and listen to you, give them a 15-minute, 20-minute story. Your ideal customer and client is not trying to sit there and listen to you go on random tangents. We have to be able to tell our story in 2 minutes or less. And when we tell that story, one of the key things is we got to get them to realize that, number one, we understand the problem that they're facing. And number two, that we have the solution to their problem. And if you are telling a story and your story has no moment of conflict, in other words, you're telling a story, you're just telling a sequence of events, but there was never a moment of conflict, nothing happened specifically in the story. Here's what I want you to know. No conflict, no story. You guys, man, I'm telling you right now, whatever you do, don't get out there and keep telling your stories the way you tell them to your friends and family members. We got to change the way we're telling stories. And I'm going to break this all down for you. That's why you got to be at the challenge, baby. So congratulations. Also, congratulations to Kendra Campbell. Congratulations to you, Kendra. Congratulations. Yes, yes, yes. Man, hey, listen, I knew this was a VIP community. I knew y'all wasn't playing no games. I knew y'all was going to make this thing happen, right? So I will see you all next week for the Unleash Your Story Challenge. Don't commit the sin of the desert. Make sure you invite some other people. Remember, even if they can't join us at the VIP level, go ahead and have them join us for the Unleash Your Story Challenge. It's going to be off the charts. We kick off next week, Tuesday, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And for all my VIPs, you have a bonus day 4 masterclass. It's going to be off the charts, okay? And so make sure, by the way, for those of you that already signed up, make sure you engage with our chat. We have a Facebook chat bot. It is designed to help you to be able to get all the reminders. Our VIP concierge is going to call you within the next 48 hours to welcome you to VIP. Make sure that you are awesome. Make sure that you're good, because we take good care of our VIPs. And I can't wait to see all of you next week at the Unleash Your Story Challenge. And make sure you bring a friend, all right? Make sure you bring a friend. Yes, awesome, yes, yes.
Y'all. So thank you. Did you guys enjoy this? Did you enjoy this? Let me know in the chat. Hey, Sylvia, thank you for tagging your friend Letitia and Shmika. I know them. They definitely will benefit from that. Yes, make sure you register. Thank you. Thank you for showing up and not committing the sin of the desert, Sylvia, and inviting your friends. So thank you, guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you. I love you. And remember, the year is not over. 4th quarter, we're going to do 4th quarter comeback, because this can be in the next 2 months. You can make more than you made in the entire year. How do I know? Because that have happened to me before. So let's go. Hashtag 4th quarter comeback. If you're ready for your 4th quarter comeback, hashtag 4th quarter comeback. Register for the challenge, Unleash Your Story, and let's end 4th quarter with a bang, y'all. Let's go. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Let's go. Let's go.